Sup, peoples? Sandy Miller, aka the Dragon Duelist here. Thought I'd do a deck profile on my DarkWorld Danger casual deck for the 2019 current ban list. So yeah, that should prove pretty good. Also, since I'm doing this deck profile for this, I thought this mat would be appropriate for it, since Grapha is obviously the boss monster of the Dark Worlds. So yeah, that should prove pretty fun. Like I said, I know Dangers are a competitive archetype right now, but this is more or less a casual deck that I've designed myself for this current format. Just more or less just because it's fun, and it's been doing really well for fun games and stuff, so yeah, it's just more or less to explain that. But anyway, let's get into the deck profile, so yeah, enjoy the video. Alright, trap lineup. We have one Torrential Tribute. Sorry for the glare there, can't really do much if there is a glare there. We have two Danger Zones. I like this trap card because it's more or less a graceful charity in trap form, but you need to at least discard one danger. Otherwise, your hand basically goes back into your deck, more or less. But it's good if you have a danger, and then basically you can discard that and maybe a DarkWorld card, depending on the situation. But it's pretty good for that. Also, we have one Jar of Avarice, good utility card. We have two Wiretaps. Honestly, a really good counter trap, in my opinion. We have one Eradicator Epidemic Virus. I know that it's been put to 3, but right now I find 1's enough. I may up it to 2, depending on how things go, but for now, I find 1's enough. We have two Starlight Roads, good for protecting your back row or field and stuff. We have one Drowning Mirror Force, very good card. We also have two Call of the Haunteds. So yeah. Alright, on to the level 4 and below lineup. We have one Morphing Jar. I really am glad this card is back, plus it's really useful for the deck, and it's a lot of fun if you basically get off a lot of effects with it, so glad he's back. We also have two Fabled Ravens. I like it because not only is it a tuner, but you can also use this effect with the Dangers and also the Dark Worlds as well. So you get off their effects as well, which is pretty nice. We also run two Huntsmen of Dark Worlds for obvious reasons for the drop. Now I know most might run 3. I find 2 is enough for this current build. Also, we run one Danger Chupacabra. Now, I know most maybe run 2. I found 1's probably enough for this build, because I find it at 1 it's fine. We also run two Trans Archfiends. Really like this card for it's basically discard effect with gaining attack, plus you can get a Dark World's effect of going off, so that's pretty nice as well. Also, if it's destroyed by battle, you get to return a dark monster from your banished zone, so pretty good. Also, run to this guy, which is the Vanguard of the Dark World. So I know most seem to run 1. I find 2 is really good because you can use it for single plays, or you can bounce it for Grapha. So it's pretty good for that. Also, we run 3 Snow. Kind of obvious as to why for most. But yeah. And we also run 2 of the Danger Mothmans. I like this card because if you get its effect off, it's more or less another Dark World Dealings, which is pretty nice. So I like it at 2 for now. Me up it to 3, but I think 2 is enough for this current build. And now on to the spells. We have one Raigeki, kind of staple for most decks these days. We have two Drag Down to the Graves. I know most run 3. I find 2 is enough for this build because I find it just works better with that. We have 1 into the void. Quite a good tick for this deck. So, quite good for that. And we have 3 Gates of the DarkWorld. Kind of obvious as to why. And we have 1 card destruction. Glad this card is back. It's so much fun to use it. Plus, also, you get all the effects and stuff. So, it's good to have this card back, in my opinion. Especially for this deck. 2 Twin Twisters. Kind of obvious for that. Especially with the dangers and stuff. 1 Monster Reborn. More or less a staple. 2 DarkWorld Dealings. Now, I know most prefer to run 3. I find 2 is enough. Plus, to be fair, I think I've only really got the 2. But I think 2 is enough for this build as is, anyway. So, yeah. And now on to the Tribute lineup. We have 2 golds. Now, I know most maybe run different from this, but I like running this guy because, well, it'll get clear once I get into the extra deck. Because plus he's really good and for this. Also we have oh, sorry. See what happens. Anyway. We have 2 silvers. Now, like I said, the reason I run this, because it's a level 5 plus, you can go into like synchro plays. Plus there's also a, well, as I said, it'll become clear once I get into the extra deck, but I like it because it's pretty good. Anyway, also run 2 Grapha. I know most seem to run 3. I found 2 is more or less enough for this build. So, yeah. I also run 2 Danger Thunderbirds. Now, I know most people maybe don't like Danger Thunderbird. I like it because it's kind of useful for getting rid of the pesky face downs, whether it's monster or back row. And plus, well, its effect's pretty decent, I find. And now for the last tribute, we have 2 Danger Bigfoots. More or less just for getting rid of the face-ups or just basically getting a 3000 beater on the field. So, yeah. And now on to the extra deck. We have 1... Hold on, sorry. We have 1 Tornado Dragon. 1 Black Rose Dragon. More or less just as a just-in-case scenario. So it's good for getting you out of a tight spot. We have 1 Volcasaurus. Now, this is one of the reasons I run gold and silvers. Because you can go into rank 5 plays. Also, you can go in for synchro plays, which is pretty good. There we go. We have 1 Dark Rebellion Exceed Dragon. More or less good for getting rid of those pesky beaters or stuff like that. So, it's pretty good for that. 1 Stardust Dragon. More or less just to protect your field spell and some of your backs and stuff. 1 Tyrus. I like it because, well, obviously, because I run the rank 5 engine, no, sorry, the 2 level 5s, that more or less goes for that, and our effect's pretty good. 1 Armides, same reason, more or less. 1 Wind Up Zen Mines. Oh, sorry, no, is it Zen? It's not Arsenal Zen Mines, sorry, my bad. Like it for getting rid of the pesky face turns and stuff, so it's pretty good for that. 1 Dark End Dragon. Honestly, like his effects, pretty useful. I run also 1 Chaos King Archfiend. I like his effect, plus the fact he goes well with the field spell. I find he's useful for this deck. 1 Thought Row Archfiend. Pretty decent card. And of course, one of my favorites of the deck. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. I really like this card because he more or less just blows up the field of all monsters in attack mode. Granted, yes, he's the only one that can attack, but he's really useful. I also run 1 Fabled Leviathan. I like him because he's more or less a beater, plus I can go into him easily with Fabled Raven and Grapha. So, it's pretty good for that. And also I run 1 Hope Harbinger. Very good. And finally, I also run 1 Zombie Stein, 4/5 beater, plus his effects pretty useful. So yeah, pretty good. And there we go. That is the DarkWorld Danger Casual Deck profile. So yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And also, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and click the notification bell, so that way if I upload any more videos, you'll be the first to know on that. So yeah, pretty much. If there is a notification bell, I'm still getting used to that, so bear with me on that. But yeah, I'll try and get some more videos done if I can, as I said in my other videos. So yeah, but yeah, I'll leave it at that. But anyway, there we go. So later, guys. This is Sandy Miller, aka the Dragon Duelist, signing off. Laters.